Hi, I'm Sam. This is day 4 of my 13 Days of Horror, and we're going to be jumping 20 years ahead into the future to 1986. The movie I'm doing today, Night of the Creeps. Now, this is probably the newest movie. I say newest. In this in this 13 Days of Horror, it's the newest one, 86. I think all the other ones are I think the next one that's pretty late, pretty new, which is technically not really, would be my day one that I won't tell you what that is yet, because that's really good, man. That should be a longer one. But yeah, I was thinking about this movie because during the production of this whole thing, I'm thinking, should they just be all black and white movies, or should there be some colored movies and whatever in this? Because it's when I watch a movie like Night of the Creeps, this is the kind of movie that I could have on the background and whatever. And so I started thinking, could you see this in the back of some scary movie playing on a TV, some kids watching it, or they're listening to it, kind of thing. And I was thinking, yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie, and if you put it in black and white, it makes it even better too. Or at least for most anyway. It's not a long movie. It should be an hour 30. It's, if it wants to tell me. I don't think it's that long. It's on Tubi. I said that yesterday. It's on Tubi. I don't think it's that long. Okay, yeah. Oh, well, it's an hour 30. But it's on Tubi. So, you don't have to go and buy it, rent it from anywhere. But, yeah. Let me tell you what it's about. Oh, wait. I skipped the director and main characters. It is directed by Fred Dekker. Jason Lively plays Chris. Jill Whitlow plays Cynthia. And Tom Atkins plays Ray Cameron, the cop kind of character in this movie. So, let me tell you what this movie's about. One of the most eagerly awaited genre films of the 80s finally arrives on Blu-ray. When an alien experiment goes awry, it crashes to Earth in 1959 and infects a young college student. 27 years later, his cryogenically frozen body is thawed out by fraternity pledges, and the campus is quickly overrun by alien creatures whose victims come back as zombies. Yeah, that's the story, effectively. It's very summed up. I really like this movie. This is definitely a movie you should watch at least once, and then the rest of the time you just have on the background. A lot of funny moments in this movie. I'm not gonna give it away too much. I'm just gonna give you one. This might even be the worst thing I've ever done, because it's you should watch this movie, and you see it for yourself. So, so when the pledges accidentally thaw the body, and they're running away and screaming, and so there's this janitor that sees them running away, and it's some old Asian guy, and so the next day, some of the cops Ray, he talks to the janitor, and janitor's they were screaming like banshees, and he finds it so funny, they're running away screaming like banshees, and then later that night, he's back to janitoring. And he's, talking to himself, screaming like banshees. And then some dead body comes around the corner, and then he screams like a banshee. I'm not even sure what a banshee is, but it's just the fact that he's over here those guys, and then he does it. Oh, it's just great. Oh, it's just amazing. It's you should watch this movie first. I hope you've seen this movie before if you're just watching this whole thing, but yeah, there's a lot of good funny moments like that in the movie, or at least they're funny to me anyway. And it's a pretty good ending. Could have been Could have been a to be continued ending, but it was like they added something in the very end that was like, oh, never mind. Anyway, yeah, I mean, a lot of good moments, a lot of good funny stuff, and if you're thinking to come in and watch some like super uber serious horror movie, if you're that kind of guy, like this is not it. Like, get a drink, relax, sit on the couch, turn the lights off, only light should be your TV, and then you're watching this movie. You'll have a great time. You just, don't go and think that this is going to be the next, like, Oppenheimer, or, like, I don't know, The Thing, where it's, like, not even The Thing, because there's some funny moments in there. But, it's not some serious horror movie, It has serious moments, but, it's more of a funny one. It's more of one that you just have on in the background and relax, It's, this is the, if there was a tier of horror movies that were like comfort food horror movies, this is in there. This is one you just put on because it's a good time, and as long as you're not watching it all the time, it's just gonna be that kind of movie you go and watch. That's like, yeah, this is great. I'm sure though, if you watch this movie like 24/7 for like a week straight, then you'll be really tired of the movie and you'll be thinking, please burn it already. But anyway. I'm Sam. This was day 4 of my 13 days of horror, and three more days left. They'll be good ones too. Yeah, they're gonna be good ones, and I guess foreshadow a little bit. 2 of them are black and white. The last one's not, and the 2 black and white ones remember back when I was doing The Old Dark House, I was saying how that was like a chain movie, that there ended up being like 4 or 5 movies over the next like 40, 50, 60 years that are very similar, and it's like a chain because it's like, first it was The Old Dark House, then it was this movie, then it was that movie, and then those movies ultimately led to like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, to like The Wrong Turn, to Hills of Eyes, those kind of movies. Tomorrow is actually going to be the second chain. I'm not gonna tell you what it is now, but if you've seen this movie, you already know what I'm talking about. So you're like, ooh, he's gonna be talking about that movie. Unless we're thinking about totally different movies, that'd be hilarious. The other black and white movie is going back to like the 50s. I mean, I guess both movies are like, no, my bad. One's 50s, one's 60s. This is like going back in the 50s, whole science fiction kind of movie, except instead of being more of a science fiction, it's more of something that's been like extinct for so long comes back, and it's like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And I was hoping that I found this one scene, like a shot of it on IMDb. I could use this as a thumbnail, and I found it, and I'm like, yes. I love that shot so much, with the music too. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to talk about that movie in a couple of days. And then the last one, it's going to be similar to Night of the Creeps, except it's not really a silly movie. It's a bit more serious, but we're kind of going back to Italy a bit. So, I'm Sam. This was day 4, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 3.